This is your Pan Helper Part 2. In Pan Helper Part 1, we talked about the dotted 8/16 note, and that is all over the place here, as well as a nice big long half note. So we want to make sure we hold that first half note and measure 9, 1 and 2 and move on 3. And then in beat 3, it is 3, 4 E and that rhythm's everywhere. Say it with me. 3, 4 E and 1, 2 E and 3, 4. I went into measure 10. So also it's really important to know that you tongue the beginning of each group. So we have a tongue on the half note. Ta, 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 ta. So this starts soft. So if you can already play this, then start soft and make sure that you can stay at a steady beat, probably about like 70, somewhere between 60 and 70 for this whole piece. All right, sounds like this. I emphasize the tongues for a little bit of clarity. You probably don't want to make it that bumpy, but make sure your tongue's nice and forward so we hear that tongue clearly. Now in measure 13, it's poco più mosso. So that means a little bit faster, a little bit more. And more is interpreted as faster here. You could also interpret it as volume. And so we've got a crescendo in measure 14, and then in measure 15, we're really, really loud at the high G. And then in 16, we diminuendo, and we do that all over again to get louder. So we have the rhythm in measure 13, count it with me. 1, 2 E and 3, 4. Then it does the same thing again. And then the same thing again. Ending in measure 15, 1, 2 E and 3, 4 E and 1, 2 E and 3, 4. So it just has that rhythm. It's kind of like when you repeat something, it kind of drives it. So I would bump this part about up to 75 or 80. Sounds like this. Making sure you're tonguing on each beat. Yes, each beat gets a tongue. I think I missed beat 4 in measure 15. Sorry about that. I missed tonguing it. And then you do that again, measure 17 and 18. And you're going to want to take that breath there, because if you do it right, you want to make sure that this carries all the way through to measure 20. And so if you can do measure 18, 19, and 20 in one breath, you know you've done a great job. So here you go, measure 18, we're going to crescendo up to that high E, which I don't mind if you hold that high E a little bit longer. I'll follow you, don't worry about it. And then we diminuendo, coming down on the staccatos, which are short and bouncy, straight 16th notes. If you notice, I even put just like a little bit of a retard on there, and that's actually going to play into your favor, because in Pan Helper Part 3, I'm going to talk about measure 20 through the middle. And if you slow down a little bit, you'll have a little bit more time to do these trills and turns and grace notes coming up. Thank you.